Alright guys, my name is Frank,
I'm Chris.
and this is a new thing that I've been working on. I'm really excited about it. Um, my name's Frank. Just a little bit about myself is that I'm going to school for human resources, so I'm working to be a counselor and stuff. But before I even started doing that, I went on to a little spiritual adventure type thing, and this is some of the stuff that I learned along my way, and I decided to share it with my friend Chris. So what you're going to need for this is you're going to need a notebook. You're going to need YouTube or the book called the Four Agreements. And it's something that I think everybody should read. And just let me explain a little bit what this three-pole path to personal freedom is. Um, One thing that we're going to do is called light work. That's everything that you do on the outside, how you present yourself to the world. And the first lesson I have in that is reading this book called The Four Agreements. I will try to put a link in the description later on. Right now, we don't have a physical copy of the book. We use the YouTube videos. The Four Agreements. It's a life changing book. I've had Chris read the book or listen to the book, and could you just tell us a little bit on how you feel about the book, Chris? How did it help you?
It helped me out with realizing that I need to learn how to let shit go, really. If people are bothering me, just let it go, and help me realize that words are powerful and that, if someone tells you that you're a piece of shit one day, it may not be it may not be that they think that you're a piece of shit. They're just taking it out on you with whatever they were going on in their life, and yeah, try to not take everything personal. It's people being people. And it really helped me out with realizing that I have a lot of issues that I need to work on, and I'll be working on them through this program.
Let's move over here. That way we don't get people in the video. So, all right, we moved locations. That way we don't have people in the video. Um, and sorry about that. This is our first time doing it. So this is gonna take a little bit of moment for us to get this working all good and in order. So the first thing that we have to talk about is how you conduct yourself. Um, and in this book, it talks about being impeccable with your words. So it just if you say something, just do it. Don't do a lot of thinking about it. Have the right actions. The second thing is always do your personal best. And some days that may change. Like if you're sick, one day your personal best might be 70. One day it might be 120 because you have extra energy. So you shouldn't beat yourself up over what your personal best is. I think that's where people get stuck on. Oh, I was gonna put in 100%. No, that's not the case sometimes, and you shouldn't beat yourself up over it. The third thing is don't make assumptions, because a lot of assuming does overthinking, and that's something I got stuck up on mine. Is like, did I do a good enough job? No, if I would have done my personal best, I don't have to assume whether I did a good enough job or not. The last thing is don't take anything personal. I think that's probably the hardest one. If somebody says something to you that they are probably going through something. Um, I'm not going to touch on the book too much because I want you guys to read it or listen to it. Actually, it goes a lot of more detail. This video is not going to be as long as hopefully some of our other ones, but some things that I did myself is I got me a notebook and I made a gratitude journal. I'm going to be starting over because I lost mine, so I guess I need to start over on this process. I'm going to be working this process with Chris. How did you feel about your gratitude journal that you made?
Well, it honestly was a lot bigger than I expected because I didn't think I was grateful for a lot of things that I actually was, and it really opened my eyes to seeing that gratitude isn't just about things that are right in your face. It's about a little shit like waking up, fucking having food, and shit like that. It's about so many different things that you don't even realize that you're grateful for. And like I said, it really opened my eyes to seeing that life has a lot of great things, and I shouldn't, you know, I should look at the world through a different point of view.
Thank you, Chris. I've also made this gratitude list, and I had the same thing occur with me. Is that there was so many things on there that I was thankful for, and that I'm appreciative over. And then it also helped me with accepting the things that I wasn't really grateful for, and figuring out how I can change those. So we're not going to stay on this topic too long because this is our first video. This is probably another video that we're going to be doing later on. I want to touch over on all three paths in this first video so you guys get an idea of the stuff we're going to be working on. The next thing I'm having Chris do, and I've done myself, was make a list of stuff that I don't like about myself. And he doesn't know this yet, but the next thing I was going to have him do was ask him what he could do about it. So this is you see the smile he got on his face because that's the whole part of this is we want to strive to be the 2.0 version ourselves. So to do that, we got to conquer all these problems, and that will go into the shadow part. Where there's the threefold path is light, shadow, and mirror work. So to figure out those things to work on in the shadow part, you have to look at yourself in the mirror. This is something I haven't told him that he's going to be doing yet either. So
Oh
is
man,
is he, you're gonna it's this you got this internal dialogue that goes on in your head that you beat yourself up about. But if you can look at yourself in the mirror and say it, you might believe it, so you got to work on changing it. Or you might be like, now that I'm really looking myself in the eyes and saying this, maybe I don't think it's as strong as it was.
yeah,
So yeah, that's and then the shadow work is a lot of stuff that has to deal with your feelings and stuff on the inside. Like for me, I didn't know that I had pushed a lot of these negative feelings like not lying. I always thought I was telling the truth all the time, so I disconnected that lying part out of me. So when somebody came up to me and said, "You, I look nice," my first my first thought was to tell them, "Hell no, you don't look nice,"
yeah,
when I really could have lied to them because it doesn't, because I took that personal that I had to tell the truth to them. No, it's okay for me to lie sometimes. It, that's a real part that I didn't struggle with is knowing that sometimes you do have to bend the truth a little bit. So I decided to integrate that lying back into myself. Um, and that keeps me more honest, honestly, is knowing that there's sometimes like if somebody asks you, am I gonna make it, and you really don't know, but you could lie to them and tell them, yes, you are gonna make it. I got confidence in you, which the confidence part wasn't a lie, but secretly now inside I didn't know. So it's just little small tweaks you made, like, and then anger was another one for me that I thought I should never be an angry person. I shut I that part of me I took outside of myself, and now what I'm trying to do is bring that back in. So, is there appropriate time to be angry? Yes. If I see a little kid getting beat up by a parent or stuff, I could definitely bring that anger out and help that kid.
oh yeah,
Is it okay for me to take anger out on say Chris because he's not doing a good job? No.
nah,
So it brings the moral situation back into that, instead of just putting that outside the box where it builds up. And then all of a sudden, where I'm having a bad day, my anger comes out and explodes out. No, it reintegrating all that back in from my shadow back into myself lets me deal with it. And so hopefully I'll be working with Chris on that sometime. Uh, this is gonna be an interesting journey.
Oh yeah.
I think I'm excited about it. Now the mirror work for me, that was really a thing that I didn't want to do, is to look into the mirror because I didn't like how I looked. But one day I was taking a shower, I got out of the shower, and I was like, maybe this is what everybody else sees in me. That I finally see that. I started noticing because I started appreciating the qualities. Yeah, I got fat legs and I'm burnt up, but I took the creator stance. If I do some workouts, I can fix that. But I actually got a nice shape, when I looked in the mirror, and I started to notice that, like, even though I got these flaws, I can use those to my advantage. And if I keep not looking in the mirror and noticing them, I can never work on them.
Yeah.
Um, I think that we're gonna keep this one about 15 minutes. And then we're gonna come up for a better thing. But I just wanted to introduce myself, introduce what this is gonna be, and then get into some of the work again myself. Have Chris get into some of the work, and then share the work. So the threefold path to personal freedom is light work, mirror work, and shadow work. And all those three are connected. Um, One thing also that I've been doing is working on my spirituality. Even so, no matter what you can believe in, you can believe in yourself, and that's very spiritual. Is believing in yourself, noticing these change, accepting stuff, getting reconnected, working on your communication. I think that's going to be a real good thing for me to do, is work on my communication with you guys, and that's also done through action. So if I'm going to be preaching this stuff on this YouTube channel, I'm going to have to be practicing myself, showing you guys results in me, and hopefully I can, what I'm sharing with you guys, you can learn from. I think that's a big problem with spirituality today, is people are praying for help but not actually wanting to put in the work to get the help. I think they miss that part, is about the patience and the drive that you got to put into your own self. If you put out good energy, you'll get a good energy back. Or if you get negative energy come in, you'll know how to handle it. You'll intuitively know, and that's something that lesson came to you so you can work on it and help them.
Yeah.
um so my name's Frank Campbell. This is our first one. This is Chris.
And I'm Chris Vajala.
And will you take us out, Chris? Do you have any last things that you want to say?
Yeah, just try to follow this with an open mind. Be able to uh, take in what we're trying to expel, and hopefully this helps out. You know, try to be positive in your thoughts and all that shit, and hopefully it'll work out with you.
All right, thank you, Chris.
Mm-hmm.
I hopefully everybody who watches this, I hope you get a lot out of it. And please subscribe to the channel. Let us know if there's something that you think should be in the video, or some tip that you guys think that we might should upload a video. We're gonna get a lot more professional with this. This was just kind of, we definitely wanted to get this out there. That's why we didn't take the time to make sure nobody was in the picture and nothing like that. I really wanted to do outside, that way we had a good grounding effect to come into it. So I'm gonna try to step the game up in the next couple episodes. So with saying that, we're gonna sign off. Have a great day. There we go. We're done, buddy.